I'm Danielle Alio on location here with a special person of the week where we're actually in Cabrini's very own mansion. I'm sitting here with one of the ghost hunters himself, Derek Bartlett. Thank you so much for talking with us this week.
Thank you for having me.
So the first question would probably be, how did you get started in ghost hunting?
Well, in 2000, I took a photograph in Hardwick, Vermont, of a person sitting on a bed. It was a normal person, just like every day, wearing a sundress, and I took the photograph in 35 millimeter film. I got it home about 4 days later and developed it. Now, I remember the flash didn't go off. It was, you could see her faintly. It was kind of blurry because no flash, and it was a dark setting. But in the front of it, it looked like a lightning bolt, like a L going backwards. But it never touched the edge of the photograph. Now, for years, I grew up with ghost stories and knew some paranormal. So I sent it to a team that was established already in Massachusetts, where I'm from. And they put it on their website and deemed it as their own photograph. So it got me a little bit angry, taking someone's photograph and not giving them credit. So what I did was I started looking for like-minded individuals that were interested in ghosts and hauntings, ghost hunting. And I found out that, yeah, there's actually, you didn't need any professional schooling like parapsychology degree or anything like that. All you needed was an open mind and willingness to learn. So I found individuals, like I said, like myself, and we stomped around graveyards, you know, hit or miss. And it took actually 4 years of doing it until 2004 to actually have my first paranormal experience, which was just a footsteps I heard coming down a set of stairs.
So we just got finished a hunt here in the mansion, and a lot of the students were carrying around special equipment. Can you go over some of the equipment you typically use on a hunt, like what it does and stuff like that?
Yeah, when we go ghost hunting or paranormal investigating, we bring equipment that documents changes in the environment. We don't have any equipment that does ghosts, you know, there's no ghost detectors. We use pieces of equipment that were designed for other fields, electromagnetic field detectors. We're looking for fluctuations in the electrical and magnetic fields. We also have radio and microwave, the wave fields. Now, the thing is we have to document us using these pieces of equipment. So we use video cameras as well as still cameras, 35 millimeter, either digital or film. But tonight, the kids, the students used digital voice recorders. Regular, you can buy at Radio Shack, Best Buy, even use your cell phone. To ask questions. What you're trying to do is ask questions out loud and capture an EVP. This is when you usually don't hear it with your own ears. It's when you play the recorders back. Sometimes you get an answer to your question. And we also have air-ion particle counters. Yes, it sounds like it comes right out from Ghostbusters, but it detects the positive and negative ions in the air. I'm not a scientist. I'm not educated in science field, but through trial and error through the years, it's more pseudoscience, looking for fluctuations in the environment.
What would you say is the scariest experience that you've ever had?
Me personally, I don't know. I spoke tonight at the lecture about seeing a small, what appeared to be a 12-year-old boy, dark shadowy figure look into my bedroom. But I think the most startling one, I was in a home in Granville, Massachusetts, doing an investigation of a house that was built for Civil War dignitaries. And this woman had grown up in the house as a child and had been poked several times as a child. Well, she moved out of the house, and her parents pass away, and she inherits the house. Now she's in about her 40s. And she's having these experiences again. She called us in. Now, I went into the master bedroom to find out if the old woman, which she said was, you know, there with a cane poking her, was there. And we do, again, use digital voice recorders. And I was 1.5 feet away from a walk-in closet wall. So as you walk in the room, you take a left, and you walk halfway down the wall. To my right was the doorway I walked into, and to my left was the doorway to the walk-in closet. Now, the walk-in closet was behind me. That's where you could go, as that wall. I was 1.5 feet away from a wall, and this is years ago, so I'm giving away my age. I said, I'm 33 years old. How old are you? And that's when, from behind me, it felt like 2 knuckles hit my right shoulder blade, and I had the digital voice recorder flat on my hand, and it involuntarily went out. And then from behind, it felt like a hand grabbed my neck, and then forced me over, bent me over in an L shape. So much so that you see me actually physically trying to fight nothing on video. And then all of a sudden I broke loose and I yelled an expletive, I quit. Well, that actually changed my ghost hunting experience because I was looking for evidence back then. But after this experience, here I sat out and I was about to quit. But here I had a woman living by herself in this home being accosted by these things or being poked. I couldn't quit on her. So I've now changed the rules of my team, which was to help individuals going through what they're going through. Not looking for evidence. If we capture evidence, it's more for the owners of the home. But it's helping individuals because they can't turn to anybody. You can't turn to psychologists because the psychologists will tell them they're crazy and give them medicine. If you have a creaky floor somewhere in your home, you might have contractors come and rip up the floors. And meanwhile, they put down new floors costing you thousands of dollars, but the footsteps are still there. You know, it's one of these things. But that had to be the scariest moment. Physically seeing nothing on video grab me, but feeling the force and leaving the marks on my neck. Would it ended up not being an elderly lady poking me, or grabbing me, it ended up being a pastor who lived in the house, as in life, as in death. Mean, crotchety, very negative person to children and women back in the 1930s. He was, as in life, as in death, he was the same way. He felt very, how can you say, very threatened by me because I was an alpha male, booming voice, asking questions out loud. You know, and that's what I was told, his way of showing the force to me.
So we just came off the hunt where we went down into the basement. We went up to the 3rd floor. We went on the balcony of our very own mansion. I'm sitting here with goosebumps talking to you. I shouldn't ask this question, but I'm going to because I know the viewers are going to want to know. Is Cabrini haunted?
There is something here. Something here. Where? I won't tell you. No, it's in the, actually, it's in the, I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. If you're afraid of these, I wouldn't go to the basement, first of all. If, the 3rd floor as well, there's something up there. But the students tonight did experience something. We took a consensus, different groups went different places, but all had the same experience. You know, right there is validation of me not being a ghost hunter, me just showing them how to do this. Those students were ghost hunters tonight. They validated for each other what happens in this building. So they know their answers. But I would say stay away from the basement as well as that 3rd floor.
Well, thank you so much for sitting here and talking with us today.
Thank you.
I'm Danielle Alio on location. Now back to the studio.